Hi, welcome to session 3. And what we're looking at the moment now is to move this this rough design or rough sketch forward and to actually put some meat on it. Couldn't decide what to call it, so we just put some clothes on, because that's what we're going to try and do. You've got a basic design and we need to start putting some bits and bobs on there, okay? So you need to start looking at what kind of plants you have. Now, firstly, there is a lot of debate whether to use common names or Latin names, and a lot of people are frightened of Latin names. Don't be. Okay, a Latin name is just a tool. It's a way to find a plant. It's a bit like an internet address, email address. If you try to find thingy on the whatchamacallit, that's a common name. You can't find nothing. If you find it, if you've got a Latin name, you can see what it is, where it does, what it has for breakfast, the lot, and you can find it and look it up. More importantly, you look more professional. If you are going to do this for somebody, it looks like you've put a bit of effort in. Okay, so using the Latin names, and also you can tell what it needs, how to look after it. So it's important that you do it. Common names nice to have as well, just to give it something familiar. Latin names are king. Get on with them, really. Okay, so it's important that you do that. Secondly, okay, when you're drawing stuff up, like I said, I can't draw. Okay, so if you can do an electronic version, that's fine. You can buy some fantastic software which does some good garden designs. The downside with that is they're all templated, so a lot of the templated stuff, it looks awesome, but it's very formulaic. It's kind of like it looks good, you know. It's all form and not necessarily any function. It looks good, but again, where's the meat? So I'd rather have your stuff drawn. If you think it's shocking, it won't be. It won't be. Look good. So if it's got a bit of heart in it, that's what I want. Right. So it's important that you do that. So don't worry about that. You can do it on computer, which is great. You can replicate it and you can do what you like with it. The downside, be careful when you send that to someone, because if you send it like that, then they can probably copy it. If it's a handwritten one, scan it and you've got it. They can't use it. Okay. So when you start to do your research on it, ask people what don't you want. Have a walk around. Look what works in that garden. Look at particular things that kind of grab you, you know. Have a look on the different sites, the RHS sites and the other gardening sites, even the stuff that are trying to flog your stuff. Look on some of the garden centre sites, and they are going to show their plants in their best light, so you get to learn from them. You get to look at stuff. Just don't click the buy button, all right? So, but look at it and see what kind of things that people are buying, people are interested in, because that's going to give you a good start, okay? So you need to look at that. Again, when you transfer everything over, it doesn't matter how it looks, as long as you've got a good scale on it, so you can see everything fits together and how everything grows. When you see things that you put on there, when you see how wide it is, that's usually about the spread of about 5 to 10 years. So there's no precise thing. It's not rocket science. But as long as you've got on there, so when you see a plant, so when you see how far it will spread, that again, if it says, oh, it's going to be a 3 meter spread, it's going to spread that far in, say, 5 to 10 years. Depends on the soil, the site, no end stuff. So really, it's only a guide. Okay. When you do your research on it, okay, it's important that you put where you got it from, because I will need to know from you is whether you're not just the top of your head. So it's also, you can check the validity and the quality of it. So when you do a plant list, I've got a form on our little resources list, and it will have on it, so you put what plant it is. You could put the height and the spread on there. You would put maybe any other interest, you know, has it got berries, has it got flowers? If it doesn't got an and in it, don't put it in. It needs to have nice flowers and scented. It needs to have that kind of and in it. Otherwise, don't worry about it. Okay, it's got to earn its keep. So interest in colour, and it's got nice berries, and it's got nice stems, Michael. Okay, and also, more importantly, reference. Where did you get it from? Because then I guarantee if someone says, yeah, that's brilliant, let's do it, you won't remember. So by keeping an accurate log of where you got it from, so having good research, well logged, is as important as having the design. Okay, so what we're looking for is a minimum of 12 plants. Okay, use the list I've given you. You can take all the bits and pieces off it, or use any kind of list, as long as I can see what the plant was, Latin name please, height, spread, where you got it from, okay, and why you've picked it, why you've got it for. If I can see all those on the posh name's bibliography, if you can see it, then that's what I'm after. So that's on your shopping list. So I want so when you've done your rough draft, show me, I want a copy of the plan, and then you can start working on the fancy stuff. Okay, because then I can see what I need. Any questions, please contact me. Okay, and I will be contacting you on a weekly basis just to make sure how you're getting on and how I can support you. Okay, so that's session 3. So you get your plants, you start to look at your plants, start researching them up, where you need to get them from, and how you log that information. Okay.